Good morning, all of you. So, as we know, at presently we are studying asexual reproduction. And the first type of asexual reproduction is fission. Is it yes, guys? So now, in fission also, again the fission is classifying into two types. So what is that?
Binary fission and multi-fission.
Yes. So the fission is again classifying into two categories. One is binary fission, and the second one is multiple fission. So as we already studied in the last class, binary fission. So binary fission means it will form only how much? The parent organism splits into only two new organisms. That is what?
New organisms.
Whatever it is, if you take the parent. So in this all this asexual reproduction, only single parent will be there. So this single parent organism is going to split into two new organisms. Only two. That is what we can say. What we can say? Binary fission. So the binary fission, we have studied three things. One is what?
Amoeba, paramecium,
and the
leishmania.
Paramecium. So if you take amoeba, the binary fission will take place in any plane because amoeba is having different shapes. So the nucleus can break into any directions. This is what, there is no particular way of binary fission in amoeba. But if it comes to the paramecium, always it will become into what? Longitudinally or transversely. It will always become into two parts into transversely only. So as if we consider, this is what paramecium shape. So if you consider here, then always it will become equal into two parts in a longitudinal, transversely manner. So on the third one, if we'll take, and last one, what is the third one?
Leishmania.
Yeah, leishmania. So leishmania, if you take, so always it will be looks like a leaf. Yes or no? So it will be looks like a leaf, and the binary fission will take place across the what? It is having a main thing. What is that? What is this called as? The thread-like structure called as flagellum. So that the binary fission will take place across this flagellum. So that is why this is called as always longitudinal. So if we take binary fission, so first what will happen? This thread-like flagellum will develop, so that later nucleus will separating into two categories. So finally, it will turns into new two flagellums. Yes or no, guys? So new two flagellums, new two leishmanias, it will develop with the two more nucleuses and two more flagellums. So that is why this is called as, what kind of binary fission it is? Longitudinally with respect to flagellum ends. So that is what it will happen. So these are the binary fission. So and also we know that different kind of bacteria also, they will show what it is, binary fission. Is it yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now it will comes to here. In last we have discussed what is the meaning of this binary fission. So a simple definition of binary fission, if you take, splitting into what? Splitting into two is only called as, splitting into two is only called as what? Binary fission. Is it yes or no? Now, in our today's class, we are going to study what it is that the second type of fission. That is what we used to call it as, what it is, guys?
Multiple fission.
Multiple fission. Okay. So now this is even very simple and very important. So now just opposite to the binary fission. So in binary fission, how many single parent organism will split into two new organisms? Yes or no? So now if you take in this multiple fission, means in the sense of more than two. Understand? Means multiple fission, the parent organism splits or divides to form many new organisms. Means it is not exactly two. More than understanding two, it will form. Then that is what at the same time, that is called as multiple fission. Understand, right, everyone? So if we take the parent organism, if we take parent organism, it will split into more than, understand, many new organisms. That is what we can say. So new organism, new, like that we can say all, many. We cannot say about how many it will form. So many new organisms it will form at a time. It will split, or we can say it will breaks into form many new organisms at the same time. So that is what we can say. What we used to call multiple fission.
Multiple fission.
Yes. So if exactly only two is called as binary fission, if many is forming at the same time, that is called as multiple fission.
Multiple fission.
Remember, this is also, we can say, a sexual method of reproduction in organisms. Understand? So both are, like binary fission is also a sexual reproduction method, and this is also a sexual reproduction method of it. Understand, everybody? So now if it comes to here, how it will takes place, sir? Let us observe and learn the process, because multiple fission definition is okay, but how it is forming is most important. For example, so let us see how it is possible means. So if we take, it is happening during unfavorable conditions. At what conditions, guys? During unfavorable conditions. Sometimes only it will take place. Understand? So sometimes if the conditions are not proper, like we can say, brothers, have you watched the brothers movie? They will born with a single heart. Yes or no? Yes, guys? And you may be heard in news also. Sometimes animals, they will born with a human head, or else it looks like alien, like a different kind of things you may be heard. Have you noticed it? They will born with a different 3 legs, 2 heads. Please respond. Have you heard? News and all, sometimes you can, yes. So that is what we can say, unfavorable conditions, or else it will happen very, maybe genetic disorders, or because of that, they may be born with a heart, with a hole, or some kind of cases you may be heard in news also. So cow, like cow given birth to that one with 3 legs, 2 heads, or else goat baby, it is having a similar to the human head, like that, different kind of things will happen. That is all we can say. It will happen not regularly, frequently, only unfavorable conditions alone it will happen. So that is what here. So during unfavorable conditions, what will happen means, so if you take for example, any kind of single cell organism. So single cell organisms means what it contains. Anybody can say? Let me consider this is what a single cell organism. What it contains, guys, inside? Inside it contains what? You cannot say. What it contains inside? Single cell organism. It contains cytoplasm, and it contains what? What is this there? It contains nucleus. Yes?
Yes.
So it contains nucleus, and as well as it contains cytoplasm. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes or no? So now, if we consider, this is what, let me consider the single cell organism. Is it, I need to say you every time, you cannot respond, you have to tell me, because you already know, correct? Single cell organism, basically what it contains, cytoplasm and nucleus. Yes or no? Other things contains, let it be, we don't want. Only fission will take place by what? By splitting of nucleus alone. Yes or no, guys? Nucleus and cytoplasm, correct? Later it will develop into new organism. So now, what will happen? Observe very carefully. This is what we used to call. What we used to call, guys? This is
unicellular organism.
Unicellular organism.
Or we can say single cellular organism. Yes. So now you need to let me consider this is what a plasmodium. Understanding you are if you want. So this is what I can say. What is this called as? Nucleus. And this red color, what we used to call? Cytoplasm. Is it okay?
Cytoplasm.
Now, sometimes, what is this sometimes? I said unfavorable conditions. Understand? So if the conditions are not proper, then what will happen means some kind of protective layer will form around this unicellular organism during unfavorable conditions. Observe very carefully. So what is going to happen, guys? What is going to happen? Some kind of a protective wall it is forming. Understand? Around this single cellular organism. So this is what, let us imagine, the protective wall. What is this called as, guys? Protective wall. Understand everyone? So now this protective wall is only called as, we can say, cyst, CYST. Understanding? Cyst, or also we can call it as what, guys? Protective wall. Understand everybody? This is what it will form only on some cases. That is what unfavorable cases. So now what it will happen means here, inside this cyst, the nucleus, once the unfavorable wall, the protective wall will form means, then what will happen means the nucleus of the cell splits several times to form many smaller nuclei. That is only called as daughter nuclei. What we used to call daughter nuclei.
Daughter nuclei.
Once the unicellular organisms, like example, what is the animal, what is the unicellular organism we have been taken? If you want, you can take a plasmodium. Understand? So once the cyst will form protective wall, then this is the protective wall. So inside, what is happening? Inside, who is there, guys? Inside, unicellular organism will be there. So now here what will happen means that it will turns into, the nucleus is turns into, it will split into so many nuclei. That is what we can say. What is that called as? Daughter cells, daughter nuclei it will form. So this is what you can say. What is this called as? Cytoplasm. What is this called as? Yes, please.
Sir, can you explain again?
Yes, I will explain. So now observe very carefully. So when you have noticed it, usually I consider one unicellular organism. What is that name called as? Plasmodium, or any kind of unicellular organism you can take. In unfavorable conditions, some kind of wall will form around it. That wall is only we are calling. What is that wall name called as? Cyst, CYST, cyst. Also we can say protective wall. Is it okay, guys? Yes. So now once this protective wall will form, then what will happen means the nucleus will start splitting into so many nucleuses. That is what more than one nucleus we used to call it as. What is the name of nucleus? More than one nucleus, what we used to call it? Plural form of nucleus, guys. Plural form of nucleus. What is the called plural form of nucleus?
Nuclei.
So once the protective layer will form around this unicellular organism, then nucleus will split into so many nuclei. This is what we can say. So many daughter cells will form. Have you noticed it? Single nucleus will become into many nucleuses. Yes or no? Yes. So I can say this is many daughter cells produced by which fission? Multiple fission. So many daughter nuclei will form. Nuclear cells will form. So now once this nucleus will splitting into many daughter nuclei, understand? So then what will happen means here a little bit of cytoplasm also collect around each daughter nuclei, and then here you can notice it, both the nucleus and as well as cytoplasm is splitting into a new daughter nuclei cells. So at this stage, once this here you notice it, the new membrane will form across this every nucleus and a little amount of cytoplasm. So once these multiple daughter nucleus will form, then slowly what will happen means this cyst will start breaking. That is what you have to understand. So the cyst, finally what will happen? This cyst will start. By the time this wall will be disappear, only this nucleus will form. So now here, once this nuclei new daughter nucleus will form, the cyst will slowly start breaking. So once the cyst will breaks means what will happen, guys? So now cyst open. So only nuclear daughter cells alone will come into new daughter cells and they will be developing into a new organisms. This is what will happen in the multiple fission. So once again, quickly I will explain. Observe very carefully. So this is what we used to call new daughter cells. New daughter cells will formed by multiple fission. So first what will happen means, observe, you have to take a unicellular organism, as we know, which contains what? Nucleus and as well as cytoplasm. Yes. So now at certain cases like unfavorable conditions, so some kind of protective wall will form around this unicellular organism. That protective wall called as, what we used to call this protective wall, guys? What we used to call? Cyst. Also we can say protective wall. So now here if you'll notice it, understand. So once this cyst will form, then slowly this nucleus and the nucleus and cytoplasm will start forming into many more new daughter cells. That is what we can say, means a nucleus and some amount of cytoplasm will start forming into a new kind of daughter cells, so that you can see the main wall of unicellular organism will be disappear and it will turns into what? A new daughter cells. That is what we can say, with the little amount of cytoplasm, and the nucleus is going to splitting into many more nuclei, daughter nuclei. So now once this many more daughter nuclei cells will form, then this cyst will start breaks. Understand? So that once the cyst will start breaks, what is going to happen? This daughter cells will start released. Is it yes or no, guys? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now the daughter cells will release so that they will be developed into a new organisms. These kind of fission is only called as, what we used to call? Multiple
fission.
Okay. So that is what you have to understand. So in multiple fission, what will happen? A new at unfavorable conditions, and cyst will form, so that later the nucleus will develop into nuclei, means many more nuclei into, means daughter cells it will develop. So later the cyst will break so that they will be released into a new organisms. This is what will happen. Understand, guys, in multiple fission. Any doubt in this? Yes? Clear? So this is what we used to call as multiple fission. So please all of you write it. So now, once this many daughter cells will form, then they all will go with the new organisms. Once they will released out from the cyst, once the cyst will break, they all will develop it into a new organisms. That is what will happen. So a single parent undergoes multiple fission to reproduce many daughter cells at the same time. That is why this is called as multiple fission. More than two we are getting at that same time daughter cells. That is why it is called as multiple fission. So example, as I said, you will take Plasmodium. So Plasmodium, if you take, what is the example of Plasmodium? Anybody? Plasmodium is a what? What is the family of Plasmodium? Anyone? Plasmodium is a family of what, guys? It is a family of Protozoan. What is that? Family of Protozoan. So now you can take a single cell animal, like a microscopic single cell animal, which is reproduced by the asexual method of multiple fission only. So always it will take place like this. Even 1,000 daughter cells are produced by a multiple fission of one Plasmodium cells. Okay. For example, you can take Plasmodium. Have you heard about the malaria disease? Malaria. You people know malaria? Malaria is a fever used to get for humans. Have you heard, guys? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So malaria fever used to produce in where? Human beings only. Yes or no? We people used to get malaria fever. Yes. So now if you notice it, even this malaria fever is caused by the Plasmodium only. So Plasmodium is the malarial parasite which will produce malaria disease in human beings. So this is also will form like how it will transform from, as we know that malaria disease will be transferred. Who is the host of malaria, this plasmodium, guys? Mosquitoes, yes or no? So what kind of mosquitoes, anybody can say? So mosquito is the host which will carry this from one human to another human, this plasmodium. So what kind of mosquito? You may be heard it. Mosquito will bite. We used to get malaria fever, malaria, dengue and all. So this mosquito, what mosquito it is? Anopheles mosquito. Yes, a female mosquito called as Anopheles mosquito. So inside this Anopheles mosquito, which will carries this parasite of malaria disease, that is only we used to call as, what is that name called as? Plasmodium. What we used to call, guys? Plasmodium. So it is actually transmits the malaria. This female Anopheles mosquito, which is the host of this Plasmodium malaria disease. Okay, guys. So now these malaria disease, the cells which will causes for malaria disease, parasite. So this is actually will splitting into many more daughter cells, many faster rate by binary fission only. That is what even example of even our body which will causes the malaria disease is the example of this one. So this is what you have to understand. What is malaria? What is multiple fission? So example of multiple fission, you can take what? A plasmodium, which is the malaria parasite, which will produces what, guys? Malarial fever. Okay, malaria disease in human beings. This is what we used to call as multiple fission. So please, have you understand, everybody, multiple fission? Yes.
Yes,
Jesse?
sir.
Yeah, please write multiple fission. In multiple fission, the parent organism splits. In multiple fission, the parent organism splits. In multiple fission, the parent organism splits to form many new organisms. To form many new organisms. Nitish, are you understand, Nitish? Many new organisms at the same time. At the same time. At the same time. So whenever you will say multiple fission, then immediately what you have to remember? Please respond. Whenever you will say multiple fission, what you have to remember? Some cases means unfavorable conditions, some protective wall will form around the unicellular organism. That is only called as what? We used to call as cyst. So once the cyst will develop, slowly the nucleus will turns into nuclei. Nuclei means what? A plural form of nucleus. So with a little cytoplasm, a nucleus will splitting into many more nuclei, daughter cells. So once the many more daughter cells will form, slowly the cyst will breaks so that they all will be released. So they will develop into a new organisms. That is what we used to call as multiple fission. So example of multiple fission, a protozoan family, which is an example of Plasmodium. Plasmodium is the malarial parasite which will produce malarial disease in human beings. So these three diagrams will explain that fully. So you can draw these three diagrams. How many of you understand this clearly? Jesse, Humaira, you understand this? Call to remaining. Dena is not there. Pranav is not there. Sriya is not there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is, draw these three diagrams. Example, you can take Plasmodium. Okay. Once it is completed, you can tell. Diliban completed, Diliban?
sir.
Hmm. Have you completed the 3 diagrams?
Yes, sir.
So now we'll go to, this is what we used to call as the first method of asexual reproduction. That is what a fission. A fission is 2 types, binary fission and multiple fission. So now if you'll understand this, then we'll go to the second type of asexual reproduction. That is what we used to call, guys? We used to call as
Budding.
so budding. So budding. So now what do you mean by budding? So before going to study what do you mean by budding, we should know the meaning of term called as bud. Okay. So bud means, you may be notice it, some of your friends or some of your relatives and all, you may be notice it, they might be born with 6 fingers. Have you noticed it? One finger is extra. It is like looking like a extra separate branch from the hand. Have you noticed it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Please respond. A small outgrowth. It is not looks like a finger also, but it will be which will be separated. Looks like a separating from the palm also. A small skin will be normal. A little skin is attached to the normal hand. Have you noticed it? Some of your friends or some of your family members, it will be there. So this is budding is also similar way. So little outgrowth, a small outgrowth will takes place from the parent. That is what we used to call as a small outgrowth is only called as what we used to call bud from the living organism. So later it will detach from this. Understand? So if you take some kind of parent, let me consider this is the parent cell. So now from this parent cell, a small which is outgrowth will takes place from the certain place. I'm not saying example of particular. So now later it will be detached from the parent and it will be grown into a new organism. So this is only we used to call it as what, guys? What we used to call budding. So this a small outgrowth is only called as what we used to call it as this small outgrowth? Budding, we can say. Understand, everybody? So now let us comes to here. What do you mean by this budding and how this we used to call it as asexual reproduction? That is all we'll study. So first of all, if you want to understand the budding, you need to know the meaning of bud. So what do you mean by meaning of bud, guys? A small outgrowth from the body of a living organism. Living organism. That is what we used to call it as budding. So now what bud? So now let us comes to the what is the meaning of this budding means. So this is what also we know that budding is a what? A sexual method of reproduction. Is it yes or no, guys? Budding is also a asexual method of reproduction. So now let us see what it is happening and how it is takes place. That is all we'll study slowly. So now if you'll see here, in budding method, what is happening means a small part of the body of a parent organism. So if we'll take a parent organism, so some external outgrowth will takes place. That is what we can say. So now which will be attached to the parent organism only while the initial stage. So the parent organism grows out as a bud. So some kind of bud will form and later it will be detaches, means it will be separate out and it will becomes into a new organism. Detaches and it will be grow into a new organism. That is what we used to call it as budding. So these asexual reproduction by budding we used to observe majorly in 2 kinds of unicellular organisms. That is what we can say. One is Hydra and another one is we can say yeast. So what is the examples of budding, guys? What is the examples of budding?
Hydra
And yeast. So now let us discuss one by one how it will take place in Hydra and how it will take place in yeast and all. So first of all, what do you mean by budding, guys? A small part of the body of the whom? A small part of the body of whom, guys? From the parent organism. Understanding? Grows out as a what? What is that called as? Grows out as a bird, then later it will be detaches from the parent organism and it will be grow into a new organism. So this process is only called as budding. So these budding we used to observe in Hydra and as well as yeast. So now let us come to the first one. Hydra you can take. So Hydra is a single cellular or multicellular organism, guys? So Hydra is a simple multicellular organism. What is that? A simple multicellular organism. Multicellular animal you can take or organism. So if you notice it, Hydra reproduces by the process of budding only, or we can say, so now for example, if you can consider, Hydra will be looks like a one kind of a cylinder. Is it yes or no, guys? Almost looks like a cylinder. Yes? Please respond. So now this is what the Hydra will be looks like. You can see, notice it. So basically the Hydra, even the textbook also they have given figure. So this is what we used to call as Hydra. So what is this called as, guys? Parent Hydra. What we used to call?
Parent Hydra.
Parent Hydra. So now this is called as, what is this hair-like structure called as? Anybody can say? What is the name of this hair-like structure, guys? Anyone? If you know means you can tell. This hair-like structure is only called as, don't know, tentacles. What we used to call? Tentacles we can say. Understand everybody? What it is? Nobody will answer. So, okay. So now tentacles we can say. So now later the budding, so slowly some outgrowth we can notice it. So some outgrowth will take place in the Hydra. So this is what it is. So remaining all it is same. So have you noticed it? This outgrowth only will develop into what, guys? This is what? Bud is slowly forming. Bud is formed. So after bud is formed, what is happening? Next stage. This is the first stage. Next step to what will happen? The new Hydra will develop. Bud will form. So later, new Hydra will develop so that it will be grown into like this. So here also tentacles will come. So it will be grown into a new Hydra. You can see here. This is what the third stage. So after that, what is happening? It will be detached from the parent. It will be detached from the what, guys? Parent, it will detach so that it will start growing into a new organism. So this is what we used to call as, what we used to call budding. So how the budding will take place in Hydra like this only. So once it will be well grown, the new Hydra will be well grown, then automatically it will be detached from the parent and it will be separating into new Hydra. Understand everybody? New Hydra will separate. So this is what we can say. The budding in what? Hydra. So these four pictures will explain very clearly about budding in Hydra. So if you take a parent Hydra, which is having what? Tentacles. So slowly you can see at initial stage, a small kind of bud will come out from the parent. Then later it will be, this bud is only developing into a new Hydra. So once it is well-grown Hydra, it will be separating from the parent and it will be grow as a new Hydra. This is what we used to call as budding in Hydra. Is it okay, guys? Yes or no? This is what you have to remember. So Hydra is produced or created into a new Hydra. So these Hydra reproduce asexually by growing bud from its body. It is asexually. There is no single parent is only developing this. So that is why this is called as budding. So here the bud formed in a Hydra is not a single cell. Please remember, it is not a what? Whatever the bud is forming, it is not a single cell. What is this? A group of cells. What is this, guys? A group of cells will be together. It is not, because it is the simple multicellular animal. It is not the unicellular animal. So that is what you have to remember. So this is about Hydra. Any doubt, guys? Anybody, please respond. Yes?
No doubt, sir.
Now, if you observe very carefully, what is the second example I said? This is what Hydra will take place. Now, what will happen? Second one? Yeast. Okay. Now, the reproduction in yeast, it actually yeast is a what? What family? Animal or plant? Yeast is a what? Yeast is an animal or plant, guys? That is also don't know. What is yeast? Yeast is a what? Yeast is a what?
Plant.
Okay, so now if you take yeast plant, this is also will form a new yeast cells by the process of what? By the process of budding only.
Budding.
Here you can see each single cell of yeast is complete plant in it itself. Understand? Each single cell of yeast is it will form a new plant in itself. So now you can see yeast is a tiny unicellular non-green plant. What is that? Yeast is a unicellular non-green plant. This is what you people need to learn. Then what you people are doing? So unicellular non-green plant, which is a what family, guys? Yeast is a what family? Anybody can say. Yeast is belongs to which family? Bhumika, Sutir, can you say yeast is a family of what? Hey, what? Nobody will open a mouth. It is a family, belongs to which family? Very difficult like this means. So yeast is a non-green plant which is basically a fungus. So now as we know yeast is also example of budding only. So now how this budding will take place from the parent cell, or else we can say complete plant. So now let us see here. So a yeast cell also we can call it as a complete plant, means it will form a multiple cells, daughter cells from the single one. So we can say a yeast cell also we can say